Hey everyone and welcome back. Well, with the Agents of Sabotage DLC, we kind of got a new business. Well, it's technically a business but somewhat not okay at making money. This is actually similar to the arcade. I kind of wanted to see if there was anything else to the business, but sadly there is nothing else. The initial thoughts and reactions to this DLC and the business is very clearly justifiable. Nonetheless, going about with the business property, there's just one location, so you don't have to have any confusion on choosing the locations. And coming to the customization or the upgrades options, there's literally none of that to choose from. Basically, it's like a one and for all kind of property, so there's that saving time for us all. Now with the business, there are two ways to make money. One is doing the new missions, which are somewhat like mini heists. The other is the safe income, which is through the workers of the garment factory business. We'll talk about that section once we finish the first part. So first up with the missions. There's just 4 missions available and one of them will have a priority mark on them. Priority marked files pay 2 times the money than usual. Normal files pay in the range of $150,000 to $160,000 and have a 5 minutes cooldown before you can start another one. Priority files, on the other hand, pay double that at $310,000 to $320,000 and have a cooldown time of an entire week. Not an entire day, but an entire week. Let that sink in. This is similar to the salvage yard business from the Chop Shop DLC. It's kind of ridiculous if you ask me, but that's Rockstar. And also, the files have 3 objectives which rewards us with additional bonus money for completing them. So keep an eye out for those and take advantage of them as well. With the missions, a good tip is to make sure to stock up on armor and snacks before starting off. These new mission NPCs are like aimbots with rapid fire. They will literally obliterate you in a second. There are free health refill packs, snacks, and even health drink all available within the property right around the computer table where you start the missions from. So make sure to collect them from time to time. One very useful info I can give you is that you can use the Oppressor Mark II, other personal vehicles, or Pegasus, or even the air vehicles to go to the target locations faster. You don't have to waste time driving the slow truck they give you to the marked location. Make use of the Oppressor Mark II as your Terrorbyte can also be stored in the same property, which gives you instant access. It's good that Rockstar provided us with the new DRIPFEED car, the Rapid Firebolt ASP to commute to the marked locations, but when it comes to being efficient, it's best to save time and not waste energy unnecessarily. The Mark II is not only helpful in quickly traveling to the location, but to also clear out all the enemies present on the outside of the marked location. This saves you a lot of time and also prevents so many unnecessary deaths and starting over. It just makes your life a lot easier. Also, in one of the missions, as soon as our character exits a building after collecting data, he has to chase down an NPC in a fast car and take him down. So having a Mark II helps greatly. Mark II plays a very helpful role, which is why it's my all-time favorite vehicle. It makes traveling and doing these missions very much easier. Seriously, don't waste your time driving these slow ground vehicles all across the map. Just be smart and efficient with these grind runs. Talking about being efficient, you can start the missions from either the computer in the property or from the app on our phone from anywhere on the map. So right away you finish the setup mission, you can continue the next one right from there itself. A side note, the setups take place in the free roam, whereas the final end missions are in a separate session like how the contact missions or the heists take place. Now coming to the second section of the income of the business, which is a safe income for your garment factory. The garment business makes money every day in game. After I completed all of the 4 missions, I got $1730 as the day's earnings. As of now, it's still a ridiculously small amount. So I'm not sure yet if these earnings are fixed or increases the more we do these missions like the salvage yard business or the agency. We'll have to check this out over time. I'm not pleased with it, as at least with the arcade we could make like $5,000 a day. Apart from all these business side of things, there are a few positive advantageous sides as well. First and foremost is with the Terrorbyte and the new upgrades it has got in this DLC. Let's dive into the useful bits. We get 4 new upgrades to the Terrorbyte that we can buy. First is the collectible scanner. You know those many collectibles Rockstar has added over the years that players can collect for rewards or just for fun? These were not possible to find without using the help of guides showing their locations. Else it would take forever to find them, roaming around the map. Well, now we can get this upgrade installed which helps finding these collectibles. This basically works like the submersible or the Cosatcast sonar, but in a ground vehicle. Once enabled, it highlights if a collectible is nearby with a white marker. This makes it a little easier to find these, but you still gotta drive around aimlessly hoping to find them. So, I'll leave it to you guys to decide if it's worth spending $1.3 million on this. Second is the silent running. This is basically just like the Raiju's feature that engages when we close the weapons bay, making us invisible on the map. Now it's available for the ground vehicle. It's helpful if you play in public lobbies a lot, getting chased by the tryhards. Third is the missile lock-on jammer, which I'm sure everyone is aware of. This too is for players that play in the public lobbies. Solo players can just skip these two upgrades as we will never need them. Live and invite-only lobby are just total peace. Anyways, the last option is the master control terminal. This is the exact same one from the arcade basement. I mean, this is what everyone in GTA Online expected it to be when the Terrorbyte first came out, but we were all disappointed, and after nearly 4 years, we have received this feature that's copied over from the arcade. Nonetheless, it's a good upgrade for players that are grinding businesses and jobs. Also very helpful for new players as you don't need to buy an arcade just for this feature. And you can run just about all of your OG businesses here. So it's a win-win for the new players or the players that are grinding money. So those are all the Terrorbyte upgrades, and another neat little feature added to the property is the new fast travel feature through the underground tunnel system. I mean, we used to do the heist accept teleportation method to quickly travel to the apartments in the city or the facility in the middle section of the map. Now Rockstar has added this feature where you can enter through this door of this new property to quickly fast travel to 5 locations on the map. These are useful to quickly get to your properties that are scattered across the map, thus saving you a hell lot of time from having to travel there. I mean, there's like so many uses for this, right? Now for the final conclusion. This property is not a good investment as in business perspective or money-making point of view, which is for the new players. But it's a good property to get 10 garage spaces, upgrades to the Terrorbyte, which can be quite helpful. There's the fast travel feature to 5 locations across the map, and some new missions to try out when you're bored. The payouts are quite bad for the amount of time required to just complete the setup missions, for which we do not even get paid. There's the final end mission only for which we get paid. Even then, it's still not worth the time spent. And just like last DLC, if you don't want to get into all of these lengthy semi-heists for peanut payouts, similar to bounty hunting missions, then you can just stick to the dispatch works that you can do if you just own a cop car. Those are quite interesting and pays $25,000 with a 5-minute cooldown, so check them out, And you'll actually have to do them in order to unlock certain vehicles' trade prices. Like the new police cars, all of them have a trade price lock on them. So, all in all, if you ask me, personally, I think this DLC sucks big time. It's December DLC for God's sake. They used to be huge, massive with lots of content. This DLC is just scraping by right from the second day. It's not even a week. And to see they are drip feeding content to release them just like they did with the Drug Wars Part 2 DLC. I mean, they are drip feeding a Part 2 business from this DLC, guys. Just think about that for a second. This is not, no, this, if you thought this was the entire business, no, it's not. There's actually another business. You have to purchase a hangar, which is like a second mini business where you have to do some aerial missions. And in that property, you can actually store more aircrafts. Yeah, that's for the Part 2, for which you guys have to wait like 2-3 months from now. So, good luck. Typical Rockstar. The whole December DLC. Oh my god. We waited 6 months for this. Absolutely disappointing. Just 4 missions and 5 cars, that's literally it. Anyways, that's it with this video. I just wanted to share the business aspect of this DLC and also my thoughts regarding the update, hence this video. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Do drop the video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to stay tuned. Thank you all and have a good day.